Hello, and welcome to the first video on this channel. We just finished a massive 1v3 KvK4, which had the most fighting of any KvK I've been in so far with this account, so let's explore what happened. So, this is the map as it looks 2 weeks after King's Land is finished. We were in Fire Camp, on our own, Kingdoms 3842, my kingdom, 3851, and 3860. Our opponents were Water, down here, Wind, which had Kingdom 3835, our biggest opponent, and Earth up in the top, over here. Zone 5 finished in about 4 hours, both Water Camp and Earth Camp. They surrendered relatively quickly, and this was quite a good start for us to the KvK. Then past 7, we focused most of our attention up here against Earth, and this is where Wind ended up fortressing over here to help Earth fight against us. Now, this led to some pretty good fighting, with lots of, there was just a lot of KP chasing for most of the time. Now, once we got into the real fighting started, Wind had dropped over into Water's territory to allow them to fight us directly straight away, instead of having to push across the map from the other side. Water took this role, forming most of the territory down south of the ziggurat, and Earth took most of the territory up to this top right corner. We were pushing throughout most of the first night and most of the first day once we'd stabilized our opening. But our opening was not great, as you can see. These dead flags were wind flags that they managed to push quite far into our territory. Now, towards the second half of day 2 of Kingsland, we managed to break through Wind and capture their pass once they gave up fighting. This led quite swiftly throughout the rest of the day to Water Camp surrendering and then surrendering, giving us the win in this KvK. So these are the stats for the KvK. My camp, Fire Camp, performed the strongest, as we gained 250 billion kill points, 6.6 billion T4 kills, 9.1 billion T5 kills, 706 million dead troops, and gained 3.4 million acclaim, healed 10 million units, and our DKP with 128 billion. This is by far the highest of all the camps. As well as this, we were the only camp that traded positive, as all of the other camps were trading negative against us. As you can see, much lower kill figures to healed figures. So, what does this look like in the individual players? Now, from the top end, we have players like Az Prime, Cine, A9 Prime, Justin Prime from 3842. We have Super Cow X Wolf, which is one of the massive Super Cow accounts, coming in 5th place. Ace, Demigoddess, Super Cow, and Alice Prime, and Mickey Chen bringing up the top 10. As you can see, most of these are from 3842, with the outliers of Super Cow X Drag and Super Cow X Wolf being from 35. So these were the top performing accounts in the KvK. How did I perform? So, in this KvK, I pulled in a personal best. We were 180th overall, but this is after a bunch of small skirmishes between Wind, Water, and Earth over some disagreements after the KvK finished. So once King's Land was over, I was in 157th, which I am quite proud of. We pulled in 639 million KP, 11 million T4 kills, 26 million T5s, 1.15 million deads, and we healed 44 million units. So we did trade negative. We did quite a lot of tanking, as you would expect from playing in a 1v3, as we were quite outnumbered for a lot of the footing. So, how did our alliance do? So if we look at the members of our alliance, we have in R5 we have, this is limit. renaming his account, our king. Shout out to Limit, he did a very good job leading the kingdom throughout this. Hard Mango, played by Dasher, very good account, very good performance from that account. We have some of our other R4s here, all of them very, very thankful to them for being such a great team of R4s. We have in our R3s some very strong accounts. Got a Yoda account you might recognise, very old account that migrated here to kill off troops, basically. Dropped 450 million power. Very impressive from that account. And yeah, just a quick look through some of these other accounts. Lots of us still over 100 million, which I am definitely not, sitting at a nice and low 71 million right now. Highest power of 80 million, I believe. If we go in here, we can see highest power 80 million. We've taken 3.2 million deads on this account. As we saw earlier, 1.15 million of those were this KvK. We've gained 1 billion kill points. 639 million of those were this KvK, so a massive personal best for me. And if we look at the tab in here, where we can see how many resources we spent, we have spent 16.8 billion resources in this breakdown. So that was a lot of gathering, a lot of work to get these resources in such a short off season, but we managed it, and we'll be getting these back. But that doesn't really matter because the future of this account is elsewhere. We're migrating. We're going to repeat KvK 4. We're going to upgrade our commanders. We're going to get our account to a much better place before we hit KvK 5 into the Season of Conquest. So, what commanders are we running? On this account, I run 3 marches. We have our archers, which were our best performing arch, despite this gear set being very weak compared to some of the others. We've got only 2 pieces Iconic 1, and the other 4 are not. But we do have a very nice set of armaments on this this commander, with Advantage Advance, Soar, Elite and Daring, and then some good stats. Okay. Our second strongest march, not far off QSH actually, was Sun Tzu performed really well with this gear set. Got our first horn on here. That was a very, very happy to have that before Kingsland. And overall, not a bad gear set. The armaments are pretty average, I'd say. Imploder, Radar, Strategic, and Smite with some nice stats on there. And our final march was Achilles with Gangan Champ. For the first half of KvK, we were running Gangan Champ primary, but for Kingsland, I decided to put Achilles primary. And you can see we've got a really nice gear set on here. 5 special talents and 4 hour armaments. Not bad. Pretty good stats. World-class, Breaker, Enduring. This will be getting an upgrade. We are going to put this on our second cav march, and this inscription here, with these nice stats, will end up getting the Thrasher from the Autarch, and that will be put on our first cav march. Okay, so, as I said, the future of this count, we are migrating. We're going to migrate back to repeat KvK 4 in the big bracket that's currently doing KvK 3 with 3908, 3904, 3913, and 3927. I have not decided which kingdom I'll be ending up in, so we will see how that goes, where we get accepted into, and I would love to have you follow along that journey with this account. As well as that, we will be posting video events and other updates with the game in the future. So, love to see you then. Drop a like if you enjoyed it, subscribe, that would really help out. Thanks.